Michael began to prepare the dish. He put the secret ingredients into the pot and started to cook. Michael sat there from early morning till late at night. The king and the princess were impatient, and thus they decided to come to the stream to see what Michael was cooking.
Ellen, I don't know what that young man was doing, but it seems like he is very confident. I'm really looking forward to see how his dish can help my daughter.
He is just a boaster like other people. I doubt that he could do any special thing.
Once upon a time, in a kingdom, there was a pretty princess, but she had to sell fish at the market. Everyone hardly believed when they heard the story. No one could understand why a beautiful princess like that had to do such a thing.
That fish seller over there is so pretty, like a princess. I wonder why she has to do that job.
Another nodded and said,
Me too. Maybe she's planning something evil.
First, we will talk about the princess's background. She came from the Manticore Kingdom, and she was the sole daughter of the king. For that, Ellen was pampered a lot. Her father would always give her everything she wanted. Living in luxury had made her become arrogant and picky. She didn't feel at ease with anyone at all.
Be quick! Does cleaning take you guys so much time like that?
One day, she had a strange disease that caused her to lose appetite. She didn't want to eat anything, and even threw away the food that was meticulously prepared by the chefs.
How can you serve me such boring food like this? You all want to die, right?
Ellen got weaker day by day. The king was very worried. He ordered the servants to find someone who could cure his daughter.
Go and publicize that anyone who can cure the princess will become her husband.
Yes.
Hearing this information, a lot of people wanted to try their luck. They brought the best dishes that they could make to serve the princess. However, they all failed, and even got yelled at by the princess.
Get out of here, you useless! What is this kind of food?
Among the contestants, there was a poor guy named Michael. He had heard of the princess's beauty and admired it for a long time.
The king is finding a husband for the princess, and I have to do something, or I would never have another chance to if I missed it.
Despite living in another faraway kingdom, Michael decided to come there after hearing the news. Finally, after a few days of walking, the young man made it to the king's palace to join the contest. Michael presented himself to the king and told him that he was the best chef.
Your Majesty, I'm Chef Michael of Dacia. I can cook dishes that no one could criticize, but this dish will take a lot of time.
Really? What is that dish, and how much time do you need to prepare?
This is the best dish ever made, Your Majesty. That's all I can tell you. To complete it, I will need about 1 to 2 days, sir. But it is only delicious when it is the only meal of the day for the princess.
Both the king and Ellen were surprised at Michael's special dish.
There aren't any dishes that I have never tasted. What a boaster! Let me see how delicious your dish is. I'm really curious to know what it is.
The king ordered guards to prepare all the cooking utensils for Michael, but he only asked for a pot and some water. This made the king even more curious. Michael began to prepare the dish. He put the secret ingredients into the pot and started to cook. Michael sat there from early morning till late at night. The king and the princess were impatient, and thus they decided to come to the stream to see what Michael was cooking.
Ellen, I don't know what that young man was doing, but it seems like he is very confident. I'm really looking forward to see how his dish can help my daughter.
He is just a boaster like other people. I doubt that he could do any special thing.
It was after 1 day and 1 night that Michael brought the dish to serve the princess. Having eaten nothing for the whole day, the princess was indeed very hungry, and she ate all the food that Michael cooked.
What is this delicious food?
It is just a fish that I caught in the stream and steamed it. Your Majesty, Your Highness, I believed that the princess was so familiar with the high-class dishes that she didn't have a chance to try normal food. Thus, I have decided to cook this very normal dish for her.
Besides, Michael purposely cooked this dish for a long time so that the princess could enjoy the food better when she was hungry.
What a delicate young man. Maybe my daughter could change her personality when being with him.
So Michael won the contest and was married to the princess. After that, the princess followed him to Dacia Kingdom. She was angry and always expressed her annoyance to Michael. He came up with another plan to make her become a better person.
Ellen had everything she wanted, but she never appreciated them. I have to help her realize this.
Arriving at Michael's home, Ellen was truly disappointed to know that she would have to stay with him in this low-conditioned house for the rest of her life. She never imagined that one day she would be in this situation.
My dear Ellen, I'm just a poor hunter. I don't have any valuable assets except for this old house. From now on, we will live together here.
Never. Why does a princess like me have to stay in this ugly house?
I don't have any solutions. My dear Ellen, this is all I have. But if we work hard together, we can have a better house, or even a palace like where you used to stay.
Ellen was really irritated, but she had to accept living here.
I'm a really miserable princess. Why could my father choose this poor hunter to become my husband? The route is too long. I have no chances to return.
Since then, Michael would go hunting in the forest, and Ellen would bring the fish to sell at the market. However, with her arrogant nature, she could hardly get on well with everyone around, so she couldn't sell anything despite going to the market every day. Luckily, Michael had a talent for hunting. He often came home with a lot of animals so they could still make ends meet. Things keep going on for a while. Next to Ellen's stall was a vegetable stall which belonged to Maria, an adorable girl. Seeing poor Ellen couldn't sell fish, Maria went to advise her.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Maria. I am the one who sells vegetables in the next stall. I see that you are having some difficulties in selling fish. Is there anything I can help you? Why do I need advice from a low-class dummy girl? What is so hard about this job? Thanks, but I think your advice is useless.
However, Michael got sick. He couldn't go hunting for 2 weeks. The food inside the house decreased day by day.
What should I do now? Michael is sick, the food is running low, and I don't have any money left.
Ellen was really worried. She started to think again about herself.
That's right. I have to sell the fish by all means. I have to earn money. If not, we will be starving.
After that day, Ellen changed. She decided to learn the way that Maria was selling her products. She went to Maria's stall to ask for advice.
Hi, Maria. Nice to meet you. I'm so sorry for being rude with you before. Can you share with me some experience on selling, please?
Maria was completely surprised to see Ellen changing like that, but she was happy and shared her tips with Ellen.
Hi, Ellen. Nice to meet you too. Things are very simple. You just need to become nicer and kind to your customers. Then your work would be much easier.
Gradually, she realized that she could have handled her problems easily if she hadn't been so arrogant. Since then, more customers came to her stall, and she could earn more money for her family. That night, Ellen happily returned to her house, holding a bag full of money, and showed it to her husband. During dinner, she talked to Michael.
I know it now, Michael. Because I was too arrogant, not appreciating everything I had, so no one wanted to help me. From now on, I will become a better person and work hard with you to make our life happier.
Michael was really touched upon hearing those words from his wife. He smiled and told the truth to Ellen.
Actually, I'm the monarch of this kingdom, and all the things you have gone through are in my plan to help you change. We had everything we wanted, but we should learn how to appreciate them, because there are people out there who are much more miserable than us.
After that, both of them returned to Michael's palace. A luxurious wedding was held. everyone was there to wish them happiness. Since then, they lived happily together forever after, with the lesson that Ellen would never forget.